And we're back, and today's special guest on Late Morning Latte is Ed Fite, our director of our Scenic River Commission. Welcome to the show, Ed.
Well, good morning, Jerry.
We're glad to have you here and hope you enjoy the day with us. It's going to be interesting, I think, to get a little details for our viewers about Scenic River Commission. Tell us a little bit about how it was founded and how it's evolved over the years.
Oh gosh, the Scenic River Commission has been pretty much a fixture in the Tahlequah area since 1977. We actually got started as a state in the scenic river business when the federal government wanted to designate a certain number of our rivers through the United States and set them aside, and they were going to use eminent domain to accomplish the mission of that particular act. And so Oklahoma in 1970 passed our Wild and Scenic Rivers Act, as did some 30 other states, so that eminent domain and zoning and those things wouldn't come to bear. But anyway, the commission's been around since 1977.
A lot of work's gone on with the Scenic River Commission, and Ed, give the viewers kind of a brief overview of what the role and mission is of the Scenic Rivers Commission here in Tahlequah.
Well, it's atypical of regular state government in that we have a small agency based here in Tahlequah who our primary function is to take care of 3 of our 6 scenic rivers in the state. We're decentralized from Oklahoma City. We're more of a micro approach from government to this particular program. Instead of being headquartered in Oklahoma City and having to deal with those issues in Oklahoma City, we brought the agency to the local community where the scenic rivers actually exist. And
so here on the Illinois River and the other areas around here, we see rangers out patrolling and working and assisting people in the Illinois River Basin and other areas. And what is the role day-to-day of the Scenic River Commission and the employees?
Well, we have a very small staff in the winter months. Typically the spring to late fall is when we really we gear up for the recreational activities that occur on our scenic rivers. We have some 300,000 to 400,000 visitors that come to the Tahlequah area each and every summer to enjoy Barren Fork Creek east of town, or float the Illinois River, or go up to the Flint Creek up in Delaware County. And so we have several full-time rangers who patrol the river corridor, and kind of really 95% of their job is really to be a welcoming officer to folks that come to visit our scenic rivers. And then, of course, with any kind of activity where you have recreation, there's going to be a few that leave trash. There's going to be a few problems that exist, so we have folks that pick up trash, maintain our bathroom facilities, keep the parks mowed, our access points, and we're kind of a chamber of commerce, I guess, for scenic rivers.
I know that there's several opportunities throughout the year that people from Tahlequah and the Tahlequah area step up and volunteer and help on river cleanup and different areas, and they become involved. And I think that's always a good indicator of community support and awareness of the importance of keeping the river cleaned up for a lot of different reasons.
Well, a lot of people, for instance, that come to Tahlequah to retire or come to go to Northeastern State University, come because of the river and the lakes, Lake Tenkiller and Lake Fort Gibson. And so we're blessed with a lot of good water, quality water. And so it's real easy to have a following when you have a river like the Illinois out here, which is atypical of Oklahoma, where you have clear water, have some 70 species of fish, easy access to it, and a number of public access areas that are maintained. Folks that come and live here, work in our communities adjacent to the river, or just come to visit, find it real easy to enjoy the Illinois River and its tributaries.
Well, we, in our family, growing up in Muskogee, it was kind of the high point every summer to come over, and my mom and dad, my brothers and I, and friends, neighbors, we would come over and spend a week or 10 days camping out on the river. And occasionally, if we kind of got the high end of the luxury thing, we'd get one of those log cabins that used to be at Hanging Rock. Now that's in a different century, a long time ago, but what a marvelous way as a young person that I can remember spending time on the river with family and just people out there and camping out, and that really hasn't changed. It's still just such a beautiful area to take your family.
It really is. We have a lot of people though that come on Saturdays now and float the river commercially, and depending on what group you listen to, there may be too many people using the river or not enough. But really, the river is still a wonderful resource to enjoy all 4 seasons. We just had the big snow a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And come out and float the river. Actually, there are people floating, looking at the bald eagles and the snow and so forth. And we have elk now along the river. And then, of course, you got spring activities where there's nothing better than floating the Illinois River this time of year when you have the wild plum trees blooming out,
it's beautiful.
red buds
Absolutely
and the dogwoods, and then make that transition to the summer when most folks come. But personally, I'm spring and fall. It's my favorite time on the river.
I'll take any time I can go out and take a lawn chair, and Barbara and I sit out there on the gravel bars and just enjoy watching the scenery. Before we get away, we've got about a minute left in this segment. You mentioned eagles. I really enjoy going out and from time to time getting to capture a brief vision of the eagles as they soar and work the river. There's a significant number of eagles that call the Illinois River Basin home.
We actually have nesting pairs now, all up and down the Illinois River, Barren Fork and Flint Creek, where instead of migrating in just in the winter months when the rough fish gigging season is underway, the eagles now are here around all 12 months, and so they're now raising their young ones here, so they make this home.
Well, I had an opportunity to visit with some people from tourism, and they had actually some video of some of the eagles soaring and flying out around the river. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll have to capture that sometime and have it on Late Morning Latte.
Now,
It's a beautiful sight.
If folks are not getting out and enjoying the Illinois River this spring, I don't know what they're doing, because this is the place to be.
It's beautiful. And I believe with all the moisture and the rain, we're going to have a really beautiful spring this year.
It's going to be a fabulous year.
We're going to take a break, be right back here in a few minutes, and we'll talk a little bit more about the role and mission of the Scenic River and kind of where we are today. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.